All right. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again. We got ourselves the next critical thinking video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Every so often, I create a theory crafting video based on my own knowledge and experience, in addition to people that I've been watching, people that have helped me, assisted me study the game for quite some time. This video, we're going to be focusing on Dragons B10, the one thing that you guys are sick and tired of talking about, right? Oh my goodness gracious. But, you know, the reason why I talk about certain things that constantly get talked about in the game is because I do keep a track of a lot of the videos out there in the community, and I see some great things we're talking about, and I see some things that we're forgetting to mention. So I wanted to take the time to do that. This one, we're going to be focusing on, you know, the Tark tactics, right? And in regards to rune building and kind of setting up your composition to effectively take advantage of that build, or of utilizing the Tarks when you are, you know, working on that comp. So let me kind of go ahead and elaborate on that. So. As you guys know, there's been a lot of different videos out there talking about various strategies on how to make consistent Dragons B10 run, and as of recent, you would have to say like the top 4 units, you know, out there when we're talking about speed YOLO runs. It's going to be Vertihill, Galleon, Tark, and Stella. You guys are familiar with them, so I won't even go into detail. But as you know, there's certain units that people have been adding in that 5th slot. But when we think about the community as a whole and what could be the easiest option for people to take advantage of is actually adding, you know, a second Tark to that mix. And why is that so common? Obviously, you guys know the Tark has a group hunt skill that allows you to bring two people randomly into the mix and do some damage. Because of that, they give an opportunity to do, they do damage based on them, and they also can reduce their cooldown time on that. So the biggest question, that kind of remains is when we, set up our team with regards to this, how do we go about taking advantage of this comp while making our team, relatively rune friendly in respect that we're not putting the top of our line violent runes on our game, right? We all understand that the violent runes are a big part of this game, and because they are so rare when it comes to pulling them, we have to make sure that when we're trying to create all these different teams and whatnot, make sure that we're using the violent runes exactly where we need them to be. So I'm gonna talk about just give a quick 2 shout outs to 2 people here. Pseudo111, if you guys remember his advanced R5 DPS guide, he made the Educate and Dominate with me, talking about while everyone thinks it's kind of understood that we need to go violent for everybody, actually people can yield great results, if not better results, by switching it out, taking a few of your non-cleansing, non-healer type units off of violent and saving those runes where they need to go. Okay, and again, another shout out we want to do is Reefy. You guys are familiar with Reefy, big YouTuber doing his thing. He made a video about 2 weeks ago called How to Vertihill. And How to Vertihill, he made a really good observation in the community, talking about how they, when they're creating these Dragon B10 teams, people have been utilizing their Vertihill in such that they're making it as fast as possible. When in all reality, while it'll still do relatively well, making it as fast as possible, making it as fast as your team, faster than your team, yields you kind of a net result when it comes to attack bar. And what I mean by that is when your Vertihill is faster than the team, and you're using that first skill, right, you're going to get that 40% attack bar. But if your units are, just a little shy of the speed of Vertihill, all the attack bar that's generated from that first turn is going to be wasted. So why not set up your team so that you can have your Vertihill go last and be able to take full advantage of the attack bar increase that you get to the mix. Of course, there's going to be violent procs, so on and so forth, and that's always going to play a different role in that. But it's at the end of the day, you're going to get more bang for your buck by setting up your Vertihill to be the last opponent. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. When we are considering what we're trying to do, and we have our, our Vertihil, our Tark, our Galleon, and our Stella, some of us are looking to try these consistent teams that are a little bit easier to build. And with regards to the double Tark, that is a really good option for a lot of players. Here's the deal, though. When people are seeing these YouTube videos, they're like, "Oh crap! Like, I can't do this double Tark because I don't have enough violent runes." Okay, that is the beauty of this unit, people. That is the beauty of this unit. Because of the fact that this unit has this opportunity to bring in multiple units and take advantage of their first skills that they have, with regards to everybody they bring, that allows you to. Sorry, I almost failed there. That allows you to take advantage of different builds on different units, and so you can maximize on the damage that is gained by the skill set. So let's take a look at the units, right? Let's go down here, right? So Tark, everybody understands this, right? Group hunt, pulling two fellow allies with this one to do the skill, to attack. Right, and when you pull those two units, they're going to reduce the cooldown times. You got the ambush, attack speed for 2 turns. Everybody understand this. Damage increases according to attack speed. Really not strong. But the focus is right here on the group hunt. So when we incorporate 2 group hunts with regards to the double Tark, right, that gives us 2 opportunities to pull units and do, not only provide additional harmful effects if we get the jump right when we get to the boss, but also do a lot more damage. So what's my recommendation on this? If you are going with a single Tark action in the situation that I am, you can get away with a non-violent set, but I definitely am a big fan of a violent set because you're only rocking 1 Tark, right? And so there's plenty of RNG that can come into play that will not allow you to have that double that group hunt available when you're going for it. If I were going to bring a second Tark in, I would recommend building it in such a way with that you could still get tons of damage, but still don't have to utilize violence. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about like a broken set, a swift blade set, anything that you could do to go attack or damage attack with great speed substats, so that you could take full advantage of that third skill and maximize on the damage. A lot of us spec it in a speed type fashion, but if you've been farming Giants B10 for quite some time, you could take advantage of the swift set with good speed subs and still speed tune your unit to be right where it needs to be and take advantage of the great damage that you're doing. Let's go back to what Reefer was saying in a previous video, right? He was talking about the Vertihil, right? Let's talk about the Vertihil there. We were talking about, if you got some pretty decent speed substats, taking it off of the speed onto and possibly going like attack, critical rate attack, if you have good speed substats to keep everybody in line, right underneath, your composition. I like that idea, but let's take it a step forward. If we're setting up our composition, if we're setting up our team to take advantage of the Tark skill set and get an opportunity at random, of course, opportunity to pull multiple units at any given time, then we can even take it a step further and utilize a different type of set on Vertihil to maximize the damage, right? If we have 2 Tarks, there's always going to be a good chance that we're going to pull, Vertihil at least once out of the 2 rotations. What that means is you don't have to rely so much on the violent aspect of the set. You can take advantage of a swift set or a broken set that's going to give you the speed that you need to sync up high critical rate and critical damage to get the job done. Let me see if I got a great example here. I believe I do. From a guildie here, Foi. You guys are very familiar with Foi. Foi is a top-notch player, Guardian 3 player on the global side and a member of the Epic Fail Alpha community. There it is. I knew it was hiding here somewhere. So this is a great example of exactly what I'm talking about. He is taking advantage of some of the runes that you guys have been getting since day 1 and maximizing it so that he can get tons of DPS with this unit while taking advantage of a skill set like Tark that's going to allow you to pull multiple units and get that additional damage, right? And so when you think about making the changes on Tark, making the changes on Vertihill, pulling, getting Galleon and Skeleton pulled, extra defense breaks, reduced cooldown times for Galleon, and that's more opportunities to cast that time to loot and keep that attack buff on, so that when Tark pulls everybody, he's able to take advantage of the additional damage of all these units having the attack buff, so on and so forth. There is so much more value to be had if you are a person that is literally using literally using Vertihill for Dragon's B10 alone. That's a big thing to think about. Okay, so kind of rehashing what we're talking about here. If you are working on that consistent Dragon's B10 team, you've been working on this 2 minute and a half, and now you understand that you have certain units that can allow you to get that 1 minute run or sub 1 minute run. Consider the fact that if you are struggling to build it because you feel that you don't have enough violent runes to do so, believe it or not, in my humble opinion, you can still get away with taking some of those sets that you've been collecting for months on end, with regards to Fatal Blade, Swift Blade, Swift Broken, Fatal Broken, whatever allows you to do to get the raw stats that you need to speed tune and take advantage of different builds. Lord knows that while speed is king, we constantly have to set up speed onto and such to allow us to sync and synergize stuff. But if we are starting to get these really good Swift runes or other broken runes with great speed substats, it will allow us to get away from that speed rune on 2 and add an extra 63% attack power to go along with these strong crit rate, crit damage build units, and really put out some good DPS. So I strongly encourage you to go ahead and give it a shot. If you haven't already, check out the list down below. We have a ton of people testing out a variety of different combinations. I'll give a quick shout out to DJ KJK. I'll give a quick shout out to DJ KJK, my man from the Absolute Void community. Just put out 38 videos on Dragon's B10 trying different units, and I believe one of them he does have the double Tark or triple Tark combination. So if you're ever curious in that aspect and want to try to maximize on different builds on your units to take advantage of it, I definitely empower you to do so. A lot of us are getting frustrated at the fact that we can't do what others can do because we don't have certain runes, when in all reality you can mix and match certain compositions, certain rune builds, if you are looking at the composition at the bigger picture and realizing that the skill sets that you bring will allow you to maximize different rune builds to take advantage of some pretty clutch combinations. Okay, so that is it, guys, for this critical thinking video. Just talking about some Tark tactics and what you can, the small changes you can make in order to improve your comp. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Twitter so I can give you more updates on what's going on for the rest of the week. That is it. I am done. It's your boy Childish for ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you next time, guys. We're out.